that is actually an interesting story. That's my favorite story about myself. So fitness has always been a part of my life. However, I started fitness for the wrong reasons.
Okay.
I'm like, no, I'm scared.
Yeah.
Who runs 90 kilometers and they here? Tell me.
That is, I won't lie, the Comrades marathon will test every fiber of your being.
I mean, I rocked up with an injury, which is the first no-no.
Yeah,
you do not do that.
Big no-no.
That is
right?
a no-no. You do not do that.
But you committed, so.
I committed. At one point, I started speaking Afrikaans. It was near the end. I had 10 kilometers left. I started praying in tongues and Afrikaans, and I was just like, no. I can't do this.
Yeah.
I made friends and we went through with it. Yeah. And can I tell you, when I finished, I cried like a baby, because I really showed myself that anything is possible. And that is what led me to resigning and quitting my 8 to 5, because I showed myself that whatever I put my mind to,
you can actually
I can do it.
And you're live on deadradio.
Welcome to another very special episode of deadradio with your boy Ini. And you know how we do with special guests. We only ever have special guests in the building. I'm gonna let her introduce herself, and then we're gonna get into her life story and extract those jewels so you guys can use them in your daily lives.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. Hi everyone, my name is Gloria Ngcobo, and I am a fit influencer as well as content creator. I am FitClaw on Instagram and Gloria Ngcobo on TikTok. And really what I'm trying to do is just to inspire others to live positively, and mostly women to look after themselves, because happiness and joy comes from within. And if you really dig deep and you start looking after yourself and you put yourself first, that's really what helps us encourage others and inspire others. And that's really my mission, and that's what I'm doing on the streets.
Okay, how are you today?
I'm great. I am lovely. I am nervous.
Yeah. Don't worry about that.
But I'm good. I'm happy.
Okay. My niece is definitely like super excited about this episode. She follows you online, so she was like, yo, you should ask her this, you should ask her this. I was like, say less. But let's start your story from the beginning. Where are you from?
Awesome. I am from Durban.
Okay.
I currently live in Hillcrest.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, it's a very quiet and beautiful place for running.
Okay. Were you born in Durban?
Yes.
So you've lived your whole life, basically?
Yes, I have. I was born in Durban. My mother was a domestic worker for a family, and my father was a security guard for a family, and I grew up with them, so I ended up going to an Afrikaans school. That's how I'm able to speak Afrikaans. Yes.
Oh, that's where it comes from.
Yes,
okay, makes
yes.
sense.
So I went to an Afrikaans school my entire life, from preschool up to matric. It was the best thing ever. Like, I don't regret that. It's taught me so much, and it's part of who I am. It's part of my personality and what I have to give and bring. It's part of my background. My parents didn't have money for me to go study, so I started working straight after matric. I started working in a call center as a call center agent. That went well. I got a promotion, and then I became a customer rewards lead. Enjoyed that journey, and it got to a point where I was just like, is there much more space that I can take up here? And the answer was
you hit like the ceiling, basically.
I was capped, and really what happened was my light started dimming like a lot, because there was no more space for me. And the answer, as I said, was no. Is there any more space for me? Is there any more space that I can take up here? It was no. And I had to make a very tough decision to leave my 8 to 5, to start digging into me, looking after myself and doing the things that make me happy. And really that's like the decision that has made me blossom and grow. it wasn't always like this.
Yeah,
I've always been a positive and bubbly person, but I think life has its way of dimming your light.
It definitely does. And if you allow it to do that, the light will be gone.
100%, and I did allow it.
Tell me a little bit about Gloria as a kid. Where does this positivity thing come from? Who planted that seed in you? Like, were your parents positive people? Like, where does that come from?
Yeah, like I always say, I definitely get my personality from my dad.
Okay, so he's
My
the
dad,
bubbly one.
yeah, he's a beautiful person.
Shout out to him.
Yes.
Yeah.
He believes in love, he believes in positivity, he believes in being a people's person, and I definitely think like as a person I just have and got that from him. When I was 5 or 6 years old, and I actually forgot the story, I didn't know. And when all of these things started happening for me in terms of social media and stuff, my mom reminded me and she said, when you were 6 years old, like we would go to Emagete in town in Durban. And you know when you go past Emagete, like there's this music, loud music and things playing. And whenever I would encounter the loud music, she said like I would not want to leave. I would dance there and people would start giving me money for dancing as a little kid. So
And you're live on Dead Radio.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Damn. I know you want this bag. Let's just be honest. Well, here's your chance to win it. Step 1. Join and become a member by clicking the link in the description below. Step 2. Comment under this video. Step 3. Relax. Jais. Here's what we're going to do. All the members are going to be entered into a raffle. Each of those members will be assigned a number. And to make sure that nothing is biased, we will use Google number generator to pick a winner.
And you're live on Dead Radio.
like I said, I think the joy and I believe my purpose is to be joy and love to this world. Like a lot of times we dig and we try to find our purpose and we attach it to materialistic things. Yes. But I believe that my purpose is to be joy and love, and from that I will gain financial what is the word?
Stability or basically the money will come.
Yes, 100%. But I'm not attaching my purpose to materialistic things and stuff like that. So basically I've just always been a happy and a bubbly kid, and that's just who I've been.
So you're working at this call center, you've reached the peak, right? So now you start digging into yourself, right? Was that the first time where you were like, let me actually start finding out what I love? You didn't know what you loved before that?
No, I knew.
Okay.
I knew, but I had a lot of things weighing me down.
That you had to deal with.
That I had to deal with, 100%. And therefore, I decided to get a life coach and go for sessions, monthly sessions with her. And she helped me unpack those things. She allowed me to speak about the things that are weighing me down. She allowed me to speak about the things that are holding me back as a person. She allowed me to embrace who I am. Like my background will always be my background. Things that have happened to me will, like, no one can change that, but you can change the way you deal with it, and you can change the way you look at those things.
The lens that you see
100%. Like, this is you, this is how you were created, these things happen to you, but there's so much more for you, and don't allow those things to hold you back. So I went for those sessions, and can I tell you, like, that I know a lot of times as Black people we don't believe in even going for therapy or seeking a life coach and stuff.
There's a huge stigma around it, 100%. And I really don't understand.
100%. 100%. And I really, like, if I could, like, I would just encourage anyone, if you know, like, there are things that are holding you back and there's trauma that you have, like, you have to speak up about it. And if it means finding someone that you trust and that you believe will listen to you, then I encourage you to do that, because these are the things that are holding us back as a person. Like each and every single person has something. You can't tell me that
all have
you
trauma,
have 100%,
some form of it.
100%. And like we all designed to be the spark that you're meant to be. And only us can figure it out and find it. It's for you to figure out and find it. But if we allow the things that have hurt us to hold us back, then you're not going to 100%. Yeah.
Who even put you on that path to go and speak to a professional? Like who even opened your mind to that?
I have had the privilege to work with amazing women. Like my leader at work is such a beautiful woman. She's always encouraged me to, like, she actually saw something in me before I saw anything in me. And she's always encouraged me to go in that direction. Like she gave me the number of this lady and said, go and speak to her. Like just have one session. Like if you don't want to go back, then don't go back. It's fine. But just go and see what you get out of it. And for that, I'm so grateful, because I'm sure, like, out of my own, I wouldn't just have thought, hey, let me go find a life coaching Yana.
That's what most people, you actually have to be led to do that.
And I truly was. I was, and I'm so grateful for that.
So, so you start having these conversations with this lady, you start realizing things that are holding you back, the perspective that's limiting you. When do you leave that call center?
I left in December last year, 2023. I put my resignation in November, and my last day was the end of December.
Weren't you terrified?
Extremely terrified.
Because I know the safety net of working an 8 to 5
100%
is like, it's so tough to leave that, because like the check, the comfortability, your scheduling, like your whole life becomes that. So who helped you gain the faith to be like, you know what, actually, I'm done?
100%. Really, it's been my partner and God. Like I've put all my trust and my faith in God, and it's still so scary because I know that I don't have a steady job. I am my job. But I've been so blessed with getting brands that have been offering me opportunities, and I'm also working on my own brand, and I want to start my own business. So it's very scary. It's extremely scary, but all my faith is in God. And I also have the best partner that's really been encouraging me and supporting me to take this leap of faith and do what your heart is calling you to do. So I've been very blessed in that sense.
I feel like people don't talk enough about having the right partner. That's everything.
100%.
Right? Like,
100%.
So you leave. When does fitness start coming into your life? Has that always been a thing? Have you always been a runner, or was that when you were unpacking your life and your trauma? Is that something that came into the forefront?
That is actually an interesting story. That's my favorite story about myself. So fitness has always been a part of my life. However, I started fitness for the wrong reasons. And I think a lot of times as females, we want to start training and gymming just because we want beautiful bodies. We want that slim waist and that big booty. Yes, the aesthetic. And that's exactly what it was for. And so what happened in the process is I quit, and I gave up so many times because all I'm looking for is this beautiful physique, and it's not coming in time. So what happens is you end up quitting, you stop eating healthy, you sort of fall off the bus because you're not getting the results that you want. But the moment I started seeing that there's so much mental health gains,
because they are linked. right?
100%.
Your
100%.
physical being or well-being is definitely linked to your mental state.
Yes. So when I started seeing the benefits it had for me as a person, my mental health, how I feel about myself and how I look at myself, that's when I started doing things differently, and I started partaking in fitness because I want to be healthy, because I want to feel good, because I want to have a good look about myself. Like I need to be able to say, like, I'm the girl I think I am. I truly am, and I'm truly happy. And because I work out, because I run, because I eat healthy, I'm happy, I'm healthy. It's not just about looking beautiful and having
it's less about the external and more about the internal.
100%.
Right?
And so what I did is I started running. Like, I hated running because you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's just boring. So I challenged myself to participate in the Comrades marathon.
Yes.
I started running in January. Yeah, it was in January 2023. Yes. January 2023, I said, let me start running. Like, I wasn't going to do the Comrades. I just said, let me do something else, because really, I'm enjoying like my fitness lifestyle. I'm really enjoying it. So let me start running. So I started running, but I was running with people that were training for the Comrades.
Oh, okay.
And they kept on pushing me. They're like, just enter, just. I'm like, no, I'm scared. Who runs 90 kilometers and they here? Tell me.
That is, I won't lie, the Comrades Marathon will test every fiber of your being.
Everything. Like, I can start crying when I just think of it now.
And you're live on Dead Radio. And you're live on Dead Radio.
So I was training with them, and they're like, you're training with us in any way, just sign up. So I signed up. I had 5 months to train. I got injured 2 months before the big day. I had a knee injury. So I went to my bio. She really helped me. But I mean, I rocked up with an injury, which is the first no-no.
Yeah,
you do not
like
do
a
that.
Big no-no.
That is
right?
a no-no. You do not do that.
But you committed, so
I committed. So I had to go through with it. But the fact that I had the injury freaked me out. Like, I was so scared, from the get-go.
I'm sure you were like, what if I make this worse?
100%, you know? And what if I don't finish and it's worse? Do you know what I mean? But anyway, at the start of the race, my partner prayed for me. And the race kicked off, and I was like, whoa, I'm really doing this. But my partner's dad was also running, so he was also there to support me. And like, that's the most beautiful thing about running, is the community and the support. You know, when you just gym, you're alone there in the gym.
And it's all you.
100%. But with running, the community, it's so beautiful. Like, I've made a lot of new friends, and I've had a lot of amazing chats that I wouldn't have, you know, in a normal day or in the gym. So the race kicked off. We went on. I felt strong up until about 50 kilometers. 50 kilometers.
50?
Yeah, 50.
You did well. Like,
you know what? I also think, like, the people on the side of the road kept me going. You know, when the people are cheering for you. It's so beautiful. But when I got to 50 kilometers, this wasn't working anymore.
The mind was just like, dude, what are you
doing? Do you know those buses that pass by and they're like, hey, we're here for you. You want to jump in?
You can hop inside.
I was like, yes, I want to jump in. But then God gave me the strength to carry on. My watch died about 20 kilometers. We had 20 kilometers left. And then I made a whole lot of new friends because I was desperate. I needed time. I needed to know what's happening here. What's happening here? My watch died. I can't keep track of my time. I don't know what's happening. And at one point, I started speaking Afrikaans. It was near the end. I had 10 kilometers left. I started praying in tongues and Afrikaans. And I was just like, no, I
need
can't
to
do
get-
this.
yeah.
I made friends and
Yeah.
we went through with it.
Yeah.
And can I tell you, when I finished, I cried
Yeah.
like a baby because I really showed myself that anything
It's
is
possible.
possible. And that is what led me to resigning and quitting my 8 to 5, because I showed myself that
Crazy.
whatever I put my mind to,
You can actually
I can do it. 100%.
It's so crazy how getting fit, right, also starts changing the way you view yourself and your capabilities. Because you're like,
100%.
oh, I thought I could jump this high, but now actually I could jump and touch the roof.
100%.
Yeah.
I did not know that my short legs are capable of running that
Of
far.
running,
bruh.
yeah.
I didn't
yeah.
know. And yo,
Damn.
it was just amazing.
Yeah.
And after that, like my mindset is completely different.
changed. So then after you completed that marathon, right, was that when you were like, okay, now I have to completely be engulfed by this lifestyle?
100%.
Okay.
Like after that, I haven't stopped running.
So
I love running.
What is your regimen in terms of like running? Like, do you run every day? Do you run Monday to Friday? Because I started running beginning of last year, January, right? I would start running and then I'd be good for like 3 weeks and then I would fall off for like 2 months and then try pick it up again. But I could never get it consistent. But from beginning of last year, I was like, you know what, no matter what, I'm
Yeah.
gonna run every single morning. So
Yeah.
was it like that for you? What's
Yeah.
your like regimen? of, like,
Yeah,
running?
so in the start of training, I was running 3 times a week.
A week,
So not
okay.
that much.
Okay.
3 times a week, but then also doing strength training in between. You gotta keep them
Okay.
legs strong.
Yeah, you gotta. You
Yeah, and
gotta.
I also like a good arm, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I love that. I love that. I
So
love
3
that.
times a week with a bit of strength training in between.
Okay.
I have started tweaking my training plan though now. I'm trying out running 5 times a week because
Okay.
I'm pushing for a 10 to a 10 and a half hour finish for Comrades this year.
Okay.
Meaning I have to run slightly more
Yeah.
than I did
What
last
was your
year.
time last year?
It was 11 hours 39 minutes.
With a busted knee? Like, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
People with like nothing wrong with them would probably take longer.
Yeah. So I want to push for a better time this year. But yeah, as I said, now I'm trying to push to run 5 times a week. But the thing is, with running, you have to listen to your body.
Yeah.
There are
Yeah,
times, there are times where my body is genuinely tired, or even my knee. Like sometimes I still get like a niggle,
Yeah.
and then I can't run. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
make the same mistake as last year,
Yeah.
where I pushed myself
pushed
just because I
yourself.
felt like I'm behind compared to other trainers that. Other runners that have been training. I felt like I'm behind. So I bumped my mileage up too quickly, and that's how I got hurt. So what I'm doing this time is I'm completely listening to my body. I had flu as well a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't run at all.
Okay.
But when I got back,
You were like,
I was strong because I let my body rest. So it's also very important to listen to your body.
to your body.
Yes.
Right? How do you listen to your body but not listen to your mind? What I mean by that is there are days where I wake up, there's nothing wrong with me, but my mind is like, bro, let's just watch an episode of whatever. Or, nah, you ran yesterday. Or you've been running for 3 months so well, just take a break. How do you work your way around what your mind is trying to tell you when you know you have to go and run?
Yeah,
Like, how do you work
100%.
around that?
I think really the simple answer to that is because I also feel like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Just this week I was feeling like that, and I just pushed myself to go. And you know, when I was done, I felt so amazing and so good.
Yeah.
So the thing for me is the goal is what keeps me going. The goal is what gets me up and gets me on the road and running. And that's why I always also say, like, if you want to run, like, just start running.
Yeah.
But give yourself a goal in that running. whether it is to complete a 10 kilometer, whether it is to complete a half marathon, like sign up for a marathon so that you know that this is what I'm training towards. You're not just running, you're training towards something, and there's a goal for you at the end of the day. And for me, it's my goal that keeps me going. I know 100%. I know that I need to run 90 kilometers on the 9th of June. So get up and go, girly.
90 Ks.
Yeah.
I'm inspired right now. I'm like, you know, I thought I was doing well. Now I'm like, okay, now I have to go into like the marathon space.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you get into the rhythm of consistency? Because that's another thing that people like really struggle with. Like, yeah, I'll be good for like a week, a month.
Yeah.
But like that rhythm, what are like the things that you shaped in your life to like build that rhythm? Does your partner also run with you?
He doesn't. He doesn't. He's more into gymming. Okay. He'll run with me sometimes, but he says I'm too fast.
Yeah. I hear that.
In terms of consistency, really a running community.
Okay.
Like, I love to run by myself, but I know that I'm not going to push myself as hard as I would when I'm running with other people that are fast.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Because I need to keep up. I need to keep up the momentum.
Yeah.
We're running together. We're chatting in between. It's like you don't even feel it when you check your 10 kilometer training run is done. So really the consistency is running with a community. I know that every Thursday, every Tuesday, on a Saturday, there are people that I can run with. And those are the people that keep me going.
And they keep you accountable, right? Like each of you keep each other accountable. Like, oh, you didn't come last week.
100%.
What was going on?
Yes, 100%.
I hear that. Okay, community. I guess I definitely need to find a
You need to
group of
find a
people.
community. Sign up to a running club, or even, I'm sure that there's lots of, actually I think Joburg has one of the best running communities. It's much better than Durban.
For me, it's just, I don't like to depend on people. Because I get worried that if you don't push me, then I can't push myself. So I'd rather just be self-reliant on myself.
I'm the same, yeah.
So when does it come to you for you to start making online video content about your fitness journey? Like, when does that like hit you?
I've always actually like made content around gymming and fitness and stuff. But I didn't get as much support because I think because it wasn't truly authentic. That was still in the phase where I was gymming and working out just to have this beautiful physique. Wasn't really about what it can do for my mental health. And I really didn't get as much love and support because people can see when you're not being authentic.
That's crazy that people can like tell that.
100%.
Okay.
But what I did is after the Comrades marathon, my partner documented like a lot of footage for me. So I put together a reel. I put that on TikTok. I think it's got 3 million views now. I'm not sure.
Crazy.
But that's the video that like really helped. Yeah. I think 1 million views, sorry. The dancing one has 3 million views.
The other two are coming. The other two are coming. Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
So you just started consistently putting out content.
Yes.
And then that's where the following started building.
Yes, and I think with my content, it's the story it tells. So it's not just that I'm posting fitness content and running content, but I get to show people the benefits of it. I get to show people how happy it makes me. I get to show people how positive it makes me, like truly, authentically happy. And those two link together. And people are like, I also want to start running. I also want to be happy. I also want to be able to release and relieve my stress when I run. Because look at what it's doing for Gloria. So I think the two link and it tells a story. It's not just about me posting running content, but I get to share the results of it.
Even your personality, like I feel like people gravitate so much to like the joy.
Yes.
Like how
yes.
happy you actually look and are. Like
100%.
And it radiates.
Yeah, and it irritates some people.
I'm sure they're miserable. I'm sure they're miserable in their own personal lives.
I always say, we were recording another like podcast the other day, and I said like I truly have beautiful people that love me and support me, but then there are also those people that are genuinely just miserable in life, and they can't understand how someone can be so happy.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to them.
Yeah. Okay, so now you're posting all of this content, now you're seeing traction. When do the brands come knocking at the door? Or do you go to the brands and knock on their door?
I actually haven't, and I need to start doing that. Because I was watching this other like tips and stuff that you should also approach brands, and I haven't been doing that. But the most beautiful brands have been approaching me, and I'm so grateful. The first brand that approached me was Absa. That was in December.
I saw that on your Instagram, and I was like,
yes!
Absa, that's crazy.
Yes.
Okay, how does that happen? They just...
So the first time they approached me, as I said, it was in December. And that was mainly just because of my personality. And what they wanted me to do was create a dance challenge.
Crazy.
Are you asking me with 2 left feet? Are you sure? I even confirmed with the girls.
Are you sure?
They looking for me. And really what it was about was, it was just about my personality, and they wanted it to be simple and easy. So I did that for Absa, and after that there are just many brands that have been coming. Some of them, and I think I shared that in one of my reels, I said that if I feel that the brand is not going to allow me to explore and authentically be me, then I say no. I don't just go for any brand deals or any brand opportunities, so because I need money.
No to...
I have, yeah.
So we were just speaking about the no's and how important they are, and being just self-aware enough to say no to money. Especially in a time where like everyone is so hungry to work with brands and make money. I think that's beautiful that you've been able to say no to like specific brands that don't align with you.
My brand, yeah.
Okay, so your diet, right? That's also like a really big thing about being healthy. When does that start changing for you? How do you even know what to eat, what not to eat? How does the food journey work for you or begin?
To be completely honest with you, I'm not on a diet.
Okay.
I eat whatever I want to eat, however, in moderation. 100%.
Okay.
So like I eat a lot of proteins and my carbs and stuff like that, but I'm on no diet. If I feel that I want to have chocolate, I have chocolate. Yes.
Okay.
I work out very hard. I look after my body. So if I feel that I want to have it, then I'll have it. But in moderation, as I said, and I do eat the things that fuel me as a runner, such as proteins, your carbs, that sort of stuff, chicken, fish, your steaks. So, and I also know what not to eat when I am going to run as well. So it's very important. So for me, like, banana is really good for you, but I can't eat a banana like an hour before a run because that's not good for my stomach. So there are a whole lot of things that you learn on the way as you go. And like fiber, I can't eat fiber before a run because
do you eat actually before you go run?
I do. I do, especially if it's a race. If it's not a race, then I don't. I take some supplements from Biogen that just fuel me. But if I'm going for a race, then it's important that I do eat something.
Do you drink water?
I do drink water.
And you don't get those...
pains.
Yeah, those pains.
I used to get them in the beginning. I
still get those, and I don't drink anything at all.
You still get the pains? No, you need to run more.
Okay. Now I'm actually playing games. Tomorrow I'm on it, bro. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, but everyone always asks me, what's your diet like? And I can't answer them because I'm not on a diet.
Yeah.
I'd be lying if I say,
It's just,
like, I eat this and this and this. I really don't.
I love that. It's just in moderation. Okay. How do you think social media has changed your life? Like, since like you've been getting like a whole lot of like traction and stuff, like what's your favorite thing about like blowing up online?
My favorite thing about blowing up online is that I get to share love and joy with the world. I get to be light to the world. There are so many people like that send me DMs and they say, like, when I read my DMs, I'm a crybaby. I'm a crier.
Yeah.
So almost every day I shed a tear when I read my DMs, and there are so many people that are showing me that you're doing the right thing. Like, you are being an inspiration to us, and that's what we need. And for me, that's the most beautiful thing about everything. And like, social media has also made me very strong. Like,
yes, because there is the dark side of social media with all the haters. We see you guys.
We see you.
We
see you, and they need to know that I don't care.
Yeah, at all.
At all. Social media has really made me strong, and I think that's one thing I prepared myself for. I knew, Uguti, if this is my journey and this is what I'm doing, the haters are going to be there, but they don't matter. There are so many people that do matter. There are so many people that feed off my energy, and that's who I'm doing it for. So yeah, social media has made me very strong. Social media has showed me how capable I am, and social media has also taught me to believe in myself. There are so many people that are rooting for me, and I think before social media even there were so many people that were rooting for me, but I didn't see the light in myself, and that's what stopped me from being the light. But the moment I started believing in myself and showing people what I am about, who Gloria is, there were so many people that were in favor of me. There were so many people that are supporting me, that love me, and that allow me to continue doing what I'm doing every single day, because they feed off it and they love it. And those are the people that I'm doing.
That you focus on.
Yeah.
The human mind is so weird. 10 people can tell you that they love you, but if one person, it can like completely throw you off. And like social media, it's obviously amplified. Like, I love that you're able to just be like, yo, I actually don't care about what the haters are.
100%. And the thing is, like, I'm not even on Twitter, hey. I'm not on Twitter. But they come to my TikTok, they take the video from TikTok, they put it on Twitter.
You guys,
I'm not even there.
You guys are losers, bro. Like, you guys are losers. Get a life. Get a life.
Totally get a life.
That's so crazy.
Hey, I'm telling you.
Okay. I want to talk a little bit about the brand that you want to start, right? When does that hit you in your mind, and what can people expect in terms of that? Because starting your own brand is like, it's not easy. It's definitely not easy.
It's really not easy. But really, like, I'm not going to share like what exactly it is that I want to do, but whatever I'm doing, I want my brand to be able to make the girlies happy, make the girlies believe in themselves, and make the girlies understand that you are the girl you think you are. In whatever shape or form I'm going to offer that. It might be a clothing brand launch, it might be an activewear clothing brand launch. I've started doing boot camps as well. I'm also still figuring it out. There's a lot of things that I want to do, but I'm taking it step by step. Yes. And the thing that works will be the thing that we go with. But for now, I'm focusing on me as a brand, and I want to allow that to grow and blossom, where I'm able to say, okay, this is what I have to offer you. And because of what I've built already, and because of what I am, the girlies are going to come and they're going to support me.
I hear that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're doing another Comrades marathon this year. How do you feel? Are you feeling more prepped than last year?
I really am, because this time I started training in December.
Okay.
We were balancing the lifestyle out in December. We were having fun. We were running as well, which is really cool, because as soon as January came, I didn't feel the way I felt last year. Last year, January, a 10 kilometer was my first run. I didn't have any activewear. I didn't have any running shoes. I didn't have anything. I just started running. So I wasn't as prepared as I am now. So I'm feeling solid. I'm feeling really good. Yeah.
Okay. Someone out there is definitely going to be watching this who feels like, I want to switch my lifestyle completely 360, right? I want to get fit. Every year it's my New Year's resolution. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. But they let life get in the way. What advice do you have for people out there who are just trying to get over the initial hurdle of just starting?
100%, 100%. And that's actually a beautiful question. And speaking from experience, a lot of times I would watch other content creators and I'd be like, I want to be that.
Yeah.
But the reality is you can't be that.
Yeah.
You are you. You have your
one
own.
of one.
100%. So I never want people to watch me and say, I want to be Gloria, or I want that.
Yeah.
I want you to watch me and say, how can I unlock my potential? How can I unlock my spark? Where does that start? And the reality is, it doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
You have to put work into yourself. You have to talk yourself out of those dark days. And you start small.
Yeah.
The problem is when we wake up and we say, you know what, today I'm going to make R1 million.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
It doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work like that.
True.
But if you say,
That's
today
so true.
I'm going to give my 150% to make R10. Tomorrow I'll make another R10. It's going to accumulate. And in a few years' time, I'm going to have my R1 million. That's how you get to where you want to be. You also need to be patient with yourself. You can't expect things to just happen. You can't expect yourself to just be happy. People always ask me, like, have you always been this happy? No, I haven't. I've always had the spark and the light within me, but life had its way of dimming me down, and I had to put in work to look after myself. I had to dig deep, and that's where it starts. I'm here as an inspiration, but that's all. It really starts with you as the human. So you need to ask yourself the questions as to, what is it that I can do to shift? Where do I need to start? Do I need to start waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning and going for a run? And after that, reflecting and looking at my life, what's missing from my life? Not what can I do to be Gloria, but what's missing in my life for me to be the best that I can be.
And I feel like people need to fall in love with the process.
100%.
Everyone falls in love with the end product, the bottle, but it's like the process.
100%.
Okay, 100%. I want to switch gears just for a little bit. 2024 is a very, very important year in South Africa, and actually around the world. I believe there are 58 countries that are having national elections. What's your perspective on just the state of the country? Obviously, you don't have to share with us who you're going to vote for, but like, what's your state, what's your perspective on the country, where we're going? Is voting even important to you? 'Cause some people are like, my vote doesn't matter. But like, what's your perspective on these up and coming elections? Does it matter? Should the youth be getting tapped into, well, different political parties, finding out their manifestos? I mean, we're all suffering from load shedding. That's one thing every single South African is suffering from.
Imagine we dealing with our own darkness now. We must sit in the dark too.
Oh man, it's crazy.
Seriously, no, I don't like to speak on politics and stuff like that, but I truly believe that, like, we can't complain if we don't want to be a part of the solution.
True.
So as much as we say like my vote doesn't matter, but how many of us are saying that? And
That's
collectively, how many votes are we missing out on?
That's the thing.
Yeah,
guys, please, this year, let's all get together and actually bring change.
Yeah.
I hear that. What are the plans? What are your future plans? We've talked a little bit about your brand, but like, where do you see yourself end of the year, maybe next year? How is the brand of Gloria going to keep evolving?
Beautiful. So how the brand of Gloria is going to be evolving is, as I said, I'm working on my personal brand. Who am I as a person? I want people to see me for who I am and what I stand for, and allowing that to build and make an incredible business of my own, where people will be behind me and support me, because we love Gloria. We know what she stands for.
Shout out to Gloria.
Yeah.
Okay. And in closing, I would love for you to just look into the camera and leave your last little bit of advice for people out there.
I think I've mentioned it before, but it's so important to me. And what I'd really like to say to anyone that's watching is that believe in yourself. Like me and you, we were all created to do something in this world, but it's up to me and you to find it. It's up to me and you to find that spark that is within us. So really believe in yourself, build up the courage to work on yourself, because you are a masterpiece and you are so capable and able to chase after your dreams.
Beautiful. I love that. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
It was amazing. Please, guys, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and we'll be back with another episode of Dead Radio.
And you're live on Dead Radio.